Say hi, Mango. Do my intro for me, please. Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So I don't know what happened like a couple nights ago, but I just woke up and I was like, I love makeup again. I want to do makeup looks. I kind of just stopped doing makeup. Okay, so I'm getting off track. So today's topic is self-love, and I posted a questions tab on my story of like, hey, like what are some topics you guys want me to cover, blah blah blah. And the most recurring one was self-love, self-care, and I love talking about this. I think I do a pretty good job, but at the end of the day I am still a human and I am still a teenage girl, and I struggle with it at times as well. So I chose a few responses to my question tab that I felt like related or corresponded to, resorted back to self-love, and I want to talk about some of those with you guys today. So yeah, by no means am I any like expert or therapist. I just like talking about stuff like this with you guys, like real stuff, and trying to like figure life out as we go together, you know. But honestly, I just miss doing makeup and I miss talking, so that's what I'm doing. And I guess this is step one of loving myself, because I'm resorting back to my old passions, and I didn't even realize like how much I love or miss doing this. So yeah, let's start. I feel like self-love is a very vague topic, and when people think of self-love, they always think, oh, like taking yourself on a date or doing nice things for yourself or buying yourself flowers. And while those are all really important things, there's still a lot of deeper things that go into it. It's more than just taking yourself on a date. And while that's also really good to do, like enjoying the presence of your own company and being comfortable in solitude, when you get home and you are so upset that you're alone or you don't have anyone to talk to about your day, that's where the self-love comes in. Mango, get out of the camera, you attention whore. So it's been a really long time since I've done like a full face of makeup, but I really feel like doing that today because I haven't done that for myself in a while. Still feel pretty without makeup, but I noticed that when I do have makeup on, I feel ready to like take on the day or go out and do things. And when I don't have my makeup done or I don't have a cute outfit on, I make more excuses to stay inside. It's not because I'm insecure, it's because I just don't feel ready for the day. And when you look good, you feel good. I think I want to try using foundation today. I haven't worn foundation in like a year. All these foundations are so old because I haven't touched them in forever, so I don't even know if this is good to use on my face, but fuck it, we ball, right? Let me change into a t-shirt. Turn it up! Okay, I like to put foundation on like the sides of my face and blend it inwards, because then I'm going to put concealer in the center, and I just don't want too much makeup because that's when it starts to feel cakey. Okay, so the first question I want to answer is living alone at this age. And it's not really a question, but I do want to touch on it because I think living alone at my age, I'm 19 by the way, has taught me a lot, and more of doing it when you don't want to do it. And living alone has given me like a huge sense of urgency, or like, oh my gosh, this is really orange. Anyways, and that can go for anything. It can be going to school, it can be going to work, it can be reaching out to people, it can be just literally anything, doing the dishes, doing your laundry. It's instilled a lot of discipline into me, and I think discipline is a huge part of self-love, because if you're not going to do it for yourself, who is going to do it for you? Nobody's going to pop out of the blue and get your responsibilities done for you. That's something you have to learn how to figure out how to do, even when you literally want to die and you just want to stay in bed and not do shit. The main thing I learned, and I know people say this all the time, is you're literally the only person you're ever gonna have. You're the only person that has to deal with you every day. You might have a boyfriend, you might have a girlfriend, but at the end of the day, they might not be permanent, and you have to come to terms with that and mentally prepare yourself for that. And not necessarily mentally prepare yourself for it in a sense of like, oh my gosh, this isn't gonna last and I have to start preparing for that. No, that's not what I'm saying. Is you have to learn how to be able to live your life on your own regardless of who's in it, because nobody is permanent at the end of the day. I have a boyfriend and I love him very much, and I really do hope and think that we will last, but the reality of it is that we might not, and that's okay, because people come and go. And as much as I love him, I know how to do life on my own, and if he leaves or if it doesn't work out, I know I will be okay, because I've been through it before and I've learned from the past. And as much as it's gonna hurt and I am still gonna be heartbroken and blah blah blah, I'm not gonna let myself rot. And that's where the discipline comes in. It's okay to cry about it for a few days. It's okay to sorrow and rot in your bed for a couple days, but get the fuck up after that. Life is never gonna wait on you. Life keeps moving, and suddenly before you know it, 2 weeks have passed, a month has passed, and you haven't responded to 20 people. You've missed days off school, you've missed days off work, and now you have so much piled up work, and then boom, even more mental anguish because you're like, fuck. Where did all the time go? Why is life moving so quickly? Why can't I catch up? You have to learn how to do things for yourself so future you can thank you. You know what I mean? Cater to yourself, you know? And the way that you would want someone else to love you, you need to love yourself. You need to do things for yourself that you want people to do for you. I also want to touch on setting expectations for people. You should never have expectations for anyone. Your friends, your relationships, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your mom, your dad. We are all doing this for the first time. This is everyone's first rodeo, you know? Like, we don't know how to do this life shit. Honestly, I feel like everyone is just winging it every single day. Nobody actually knows what they're doing. As much as people can pretend, I like to pretend all the time. You know, I'm really good at pretending, but at the end of the day, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Like, where even am I? Like, how am I in some random apartment in LA? You know, this isn't random, it's my apartment, you know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. When you set less expectations of people and yourself, life is so much easier to live because you don't get disappointed. Like, take people for what they are, and if that's not suiting you, then don't have them in your life. But I feel like I'm talking too much about that one question, and it's going from topic to topic, so I'm gonna go to the next one. I feel like this question kind of relates to a little bit of what I was touching on. How do you stop seeking out relationships and become happy by yourself? I've been in this phase. I think everybody has been in this phase of like, oh, I want a boyfriend so bad. Oh, I want a girlfriend so bad. Like, I have so much love to give, but I don't have anyone to give it to. And while that feeling does really, really suck, you do have someone to give it to. This is gonna sound corny, but you have yourself, and I'm being so serious. When you start pouring into yourself the way you want to pour into someone, or even pour that into friendships. If you don't have a girlfriend and you wish you had a girlfriend to buy flowers for or take out on dates, take your friends out on dates, buy flowers for your friends, buy flowers for your mom, buy flowers for yourself. I know I was just saying that's not really all self-love is, but in a big way it is, because you're doing nice things for yourself. You're doing something that you wish other people would do for you, or you want to do for other people. Even if you're in a relationship, don't stop doing those things for yourself that you were doing for yourself before. And I'll give you an example right now. So basically, before I had a boyfriend, I would be buying myself flowers as soon as the old ones died. As soon as the old ones died, I would clean my apartment spotless every single day. Bro, what? I would take myself out on little dates. I would do really nice things for myself almost daily. And if I wasn't doing it for myself, I was doing it for my friends. And then I got a boyfriend, and I realized and this goes back to setting expectations for people. I stopped buying myself flowers weekly because I expected him to do it. But that is not healthy. That is not don't do that. If I had that routine for myself where I would constantly buy myself flowers, and why did I stop doing that just because someone else entered my life and I'm setting that expectation on them when that's not them, but that's me? So I'm gonna keep doing that for myself, you know what I mean? And of course you want your partner to buy you flowers and this and that. He still does, and I'm sure they still will for you, but when you instill those routines and self-practices in yourself, it gets a lot easier to expect less from the other person, because you're still fulfilling that part of yourself that you want to be fulfilled. You're doing it for yourself, and even when you get in a relationship, you have to maintain those routines for yourself. And if anything, I feel like it teaches your partner how to love you even more, because it shows them what you want, the stuff you do for yourself, and it's a really big respect thing. Like, so finding a balance is really, really important. But I'm getting off track, and the question was how to stop seeking out relationships and become happy by yourself. And honestly, I really do think the only answer for that is pour into yourself and your friends the way that you want to pour into someone. And I truly believe in the law of detachment, and if you don't know what that is, I will explain that to you right now, right after I do this, because I have to shut up so I can get this line straight. So the law of detachment goes hand in hand with the law of attraction, and if you don't know what the law of attraction is, I'll explain that too. So basically, law of attraction is basically manifesting, acting like you already have it. It's already in your hands, so you can't want it anymore, you know what I mean? And the law of detachment is detaching from the idea that you want it so bad because you already have it, or you already know that it's coming your way. It's yours no matter what. When you focus so much on something in an unhealthy way, it's gonna run away from you. It's not gonna be in arm's reach. Good things happen for you when you're expecting it the least. So if in your mind you already know it's coming no matter what, and it's already yours for you to claim when the time is right, you're gonna stop like wanting it so bad because you know it's coming. And as cheesy as that sounds, it really, really works. Like, seeking out a relationship so hard it's gonna show, and all those relationships and all those talking stages are gonna run far away from you. And it's not because of anything you're doing. The universe is just trying to teach you a lesson, and I truly believe so deeply in that. Let go of the idea that you want it so bad, and why can't I get it, why can't I find someone, why is love running away from me? Because it's not. It's literally not. You're just doing the most. This one has nothing to do with self-love, but I just thought it was so funny. Sexting, bruh. I don't know how to do that ish. I hate sexting. I don't even remember the last time I sexted. I think I was in like high school. I'm so sorry, mom and dad. Like, please just skip through this part of the video. Don't sext. Tell him if he wants it to come get it. Sexting makes me uncomfortable. I remember when I was in high school and I like used to like sext with my boyfriends, I would literally be like eating chips, or like they would say something like, oh my god, I want to, and I'd be like I'd literally be laughing on the other end and typing something back like bro, it's so, I don't know, I can't get behind sexting. Like I'm uncomfortable. It's so corny and weird to me. Like, please. I guess if you're in a long distance relationship, it's different. I guess I could see that. But and then when you guys are done and you like scroll up in the conversation for whatever reason, you're like reading it back and you're like,
is this who we are? Is this what we represent?
That had literally nothing to do with self-love, but I just had to use that question tab because it was so funny. Okay, I'm gonna do eyeshadow now. So when I was a kid and I was first starting to get into makeup and like watching makeup tutorials and everything, everyone was using this eyeshadow base, and I remember I wanted it so bad. I eventually just forgot about it. I like stumbled upon it in some makeup video and I was like, dude, I wanted this so bad as a kid, and like, so I got it for myself. It's the P. Louise base. I think they're based in London or something. But yeah, I'm gonna use it for the first time ever, and I'm really excited actually. If it's trash, I'm gonna be really upset. That's another part of self-love, is like doing things for yourself that little you would want to do. Cater to your inner child. I know inner child me, if she was driving, she would want to be blasting One Direction and screaming that shit at the top of her lungs, and I did that and it felt so good, and my little inner child was so happy. The other, like a couple weeks ago, I got this tattoo from The Giving Tree. It's the last page of The Giving Tree. That was my favorite book as a kid, and it made me cry every time I read it. And I honestly think that that Giving Tree, that tree is me. And I have a really bad habit of giving without taking, and it translates into my love life a lot because I get really scared that I'm not gonna receive love the way I give it. But that also comes into like back to stop setting expectations for people, because you shouldn't want to give love and expect to receive something back. It's nice, of course, and you want to be loved the way you give love, but just love. Just love with nothing, wanting nothing in return, you know what I mean? If you really love that person, just love, bro. When I got this tattoo, my little inner child was so happy because I was like, ah, I love this book. Like, I would read this book all the time. I even bought the book again a couple weeks ago before I got the tattoo, and then I was reading it and I was like, dude, I need to get a tattoo from this book. Honestly, this is a pretty good base. Wow. It took a while to get here. Like, I forgot I even ordered it by the time it came, because they are based in London or something like that. But I was so excited when I got it in the mail. Okay, I literally have to go poop so bad. I'll be back. Okay, I'm done. That was nice. Look at my little attention whore. Look at him. Oh, you just love attention, huh? You just love attention. I love him. Oh, I love you. Ow! Ow! Get down. Get down. That was mean. That was, ow! Ah! What the hell? Ah! What did I do? What did I do? Stop. You're literally, ah! You're crazy. Ah! Ah! Ow, bro. What is wrong with you? You're rude. You're rude. Stop. No, get away from me. We're beefing right now. We're not friends. We're not friends right now. Okay, I haven't used this palette in literally like 3 years, and forgive me, I don't know if he's canceled or not. I don't really keep up anymore. But if he is, I apologize. This is still a good palette. The only thing about these eyeshadows is this one is they're a little hard to blend. And this is old, so I don't know how it's gonna do, but We shall see. Leaving your old self, friends, relationships, problems, and bringing peace to yourself. Honestly, already a step in the right direction, because when you make the conscious decision that someone or something isn't good for you anymore, that is self-love. Okay, so I'm gonna use the shade Poison, and I'm just gonna put it on the center right here, a little bit above my crease. Afrique by Juvia's Place. Afrique, am I saying that right? Afrique. She a freak. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I always like to have a shirt that I don't really care about to just like wipe my brushes on. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Swallow. I'm gonna put that very last. Already making that step to realize that they're not good for you, or that the relationships have served their purpose, is already a big step, because some people cling on to friendships or relationships that are not good for them for dear life because it's all they know. So being able to realize that you need to let go and making that step is already huge. As far as finding peace after leaving those toxic relationships or a relationship that's not serving you anymore, all I really can say is time heals. And I know I hated hearing that, because it's like, well, fuck, well, what can I do until the time does heal? It really just depends on you. But try to surround yourself with people, new people that encourage you and have similar interests or hobbies, and try to go out more. Even if you go out alone, go do things that you really love to do. I was really upset one day. I remember I really love rage rooms, so I just went ahead and took myself to a rage room, and I fucked shit up. I went crazy. And it felt really nice, and honestly after I left I could not stop smiling. Like, I felt so good. So do things to take your mind off of it. Do things that you enjoy to do, whether it be painting, whether it be watching your favorite Netflix series. Like, just really invest time in yourself, and eventually time will heal and you'll forget about them. And of course you can never really forget, but I can forgive but I can't forget. And I don't know if that's toxic or not, but I know everyone says forgive and forget, forgive and forget. Personally, like, good for you if you can do that, but me, like, I can't. And it's not that I hold grudges. It's like, if you can do that to me once, you can do it to me again. I will forgive you, and I will understand that maybe that was a bad moment or a bad reflection of you at the time. But once you've done me in a way where I feel like I can't recover or see you in the same way again, it's like, well, there's no point in continuing that. I'm gonna go get a Q-tip so I can clean this up right here and start doing the cut crease. And you could just cover it with concealer, but when I do that, there's just always like a blue tint, and I don't like that, or like whatever eyeshadow you're using. Most people are experiences, and most people are a reflection of you, so take in what you can from people. I think there's something to learn from everyone, honestly. Good experience or bad experience, there's always something to learn from every single person that you come across in your life. Okay, so I have one eye done. I just wanted to show you real quick before I set it. And tap that in. Suspect rescued from car blaze 3 miles away. Ah, I love LA. So now that both creases are cut, I'm gonna get flat tiny brush. There you go. I'm gonna get a black shade. I'm just gonna smoke it out like an eyeliner. I don't like how that looks. Slightly blend. Honestly, you just have to get used to him meowing like it's like a baby crying. Is he in heat? Is that what's happening? Do we need to get you some bitches, Mango? I need to get him neutered. That's what I need to do. Bratty ass cat. Oh my god, I always have to poop at the most inconvenient times. This is crazy. My body hates me. I don't think this lipstick shade is it right now, but I really don't have time to give a fuck. I kind of do. So we're gonna wipe it off a little bit. I'm wearing this little crop top, but I have to be careful with it because one wrong move and all is not well. And then I'm wearing my boyfriend's knitted sweatpants or whatever. They're super cute. I don't have time to show you. I'm bringing this jacket just in case I keep having booby slips. It doesn't really match, but I don't have time. I kind of wanted to wear something blue, but I don't have time. I'm on my way to my nail tech's house now. I'm gonna get there exactly at 3, which is my appointment. So nice, I timed this perfectly. So I'm gonna actually bring her into the whole self-love and self-care conversation, just so you guys can kind of hear from someone else, like how they manage what they do. And I really, dude, I genuinely have so much respect for this girl, like, and y'all will see why. She always like has good 2 cents input. So okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye. This is my nail tech, Deja. Hello. Part of my self-care day is getting my nails done, because I always feel like myself, and I was just telling her this is part of what she does is actually so important. Like, actually the whole thing, not just part of what she does. Being a nail tech is like actually contributes so much to self-love, at least for me, and I know for so many other people, because like my confidence literally shoots up when I get my nails done. So I thought it would be good to have her give her input on self-love. Today we actually wanted to talk about
before we get into that,
Krishan Rock and Blueface.
Bro, that's not good, bro. Damn, dude. Bro.
And Narali and Laura.
You gonna get out this car?
well,
I'm gonna drag this bitch.
I'm gonna shoot. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Who is she? Give me the camera. Give me the camera.
Am I saying her name right? Narali?
Narali. That's how I say it.
That's how I say it too. I don't know. I'm sorry, girl.
Like, if you ever see this video,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect your relationship.
Like, you know, not your name, you know. Relationship, and I'm just like
relationship.
Like,
maybe a little.
Yeah, that's a crazy situation.
No, because I feel like they would both beat me up on site.
No.
And I can't fight, so I'm sorry. No, but those relationships are crazy, because we were talking about how I don't care how much clout or money I'm getting off of like being in that relationship. Like, I will never let myself get disrespected like that, publicly humiliated. Like, absolutely not.
There's no amount of money that can like ever amount to that.
Justify.
It's like, honestly though, if someone ever like starts showing signs of like aggression like that, or just anything, you need to leave, because if they can hit you once, if they can talk to you out of your name once, they can do it again. And 9 times out of 10 situations like that only get worse. So
exactly.
It's going to be hard to leave at first, but you know, eventually you become numb to it, and you don't want it to get to a point where someone you genuinely love, you like start to hate.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say too, is like, I've been in that situation, and honestly, like, I had to leave because I kept going back until I hated him. I never wanted it to get to that point, but sometimes when you can't leave, the universe is going to force you to leave, and it's going to be traumatic and ugly and all types of bad. You start to resent yourself a lot, first of all, for staying and for turning into that person that you don't want to be,
because that person couldn't stay like within their relationship. That person couldn't love you correctly. That person just couldn't be human enough.
You go into a relationship like with no self-love, everything that person does or says to you is going to take a huge hit on you, rather than if you knew who the fuck you were and you knew what you brought to the relationship and what you brought to the table. Like, you can't let someone beat you down to the point where you don't even know who you are anymore.
That it is, if you're in a situation like that, no amount of years matter, like how long you've been together. Like, there was a time in your life you did not know that person, so
and you were doing just fine, girl.
You could live without them. Like, just because they became your world for a little bit, like, they're not your world again. Like,
yeah, someone else will be your world again. And you will be someone else's world that hopefully treats you right, and you'll know like what red flags to look for next time.
It's not even just about loving someone in a relationship, it's about valuing them and respecting them. People are talking like on Twitter about this like 50-50 thing in relationships.
Oh, what's your perspective on that? 50-50.
I feel like definitely with the person you're with, you kind of learn who they are and like how they go about just certain life things, that you learn like what's 50-50. It doesn't have to be discussed, but if that works out for you where you need to discuss it, then you know, that's fine.
How do you feel about splitting bills? You go out to a restaurant and you split a bill, or you're in a drive-thru and you split a bill. How do you feel about that?
I won't let you touch it, you know. I'm more so like, oh no, like let me do this, and I'm always gonna be like, I'm gonna put my card out first before you even have a chance to.
I like doing it because I want to spoil you, but for me it's like, it's either I get it or you get it. I will be caught dead before splitting a bill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just, and I don't know if I'm too high maintenance for that, or if like I just refuse to split a bill. Like, what do you mean split a bill? It's either I get it or you get it.
I'm
no.
like, how do you even go about that? Like, oh, let's split that. Like,
yeah,
first
like,
of all,
what do you mean?
That's too immature. Because it's like, where do you even find the time to be like, okay, well, we're going out, let's split this. If you really like fucking love somebody in your relationship with them, you're not gonna think about that. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, I'm definitely not thinking about like, oh fuck, like, okay, like when we get here, like we're splitting this check.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't care if there's $2 to my name. Like, I will never ask someone to split a bill with me.
I got it or you got it, you know?
Yeah, right. Isn't it kind of embarrassing when you're splitting it and that like you're with that person? Like, I would understand it's a completely different situation when you're going out with a friend or like a platonic relationship. Like, by all means, split that shit. But if we're dating, for loving each other, I'm not splitting no bill.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
2 + 2 is not equaling 4.
I like to go put my all in with people, but I won't let them do it for me because I've had experiences where it's definitely like been brought back up in like certain situations,
like holding it over your head.
So yeah. I'm like, no, I don't give anyone the chance.
In a way, would you say you're kind of afraid of like letting people actually treat you how you should be treated?
Yeah, because people show me all the time like the worst of the worst, you know? That's like going back to self-love thing. You gotta definitely, it's not like a pick your battles kind of thing. You definitely just gotta love yourself before going into something, because
to be that way too, of like I would always do the most for people, and I wouldn't let anyone give anything back because I didn't want to hold it over their head. And at the same time, not that I felt like I didn't deserve it, but in a way, going back, I guess that really is what it is, because I would feel guilty letting people pay for things for me. But like at the end of the day, like there's no reason that I shouldn't want you to do it for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I was talking about this earlier, is like, give and don't expect to receive, but there should be a level of give and take. You shouldn't keep giving with no taking back. You know with
nothing, like, you know,
in return.
And at that point, that's when it comes to terms like someone's like taking advantage of you and like what you have. If you notice that someone's not giving you the same that you're giving them, then you definitely have to be like, what the fuck, like,
what is going on?
Yeah, like
But now, thankfully, I know what I deserve and I don't settle for less. And even in my current relationship, like, I let it be known like what my standards are and what I won't settle for. We always have those conversations, and those conversations are really important and healthy to have, so you and your partner can understand what you guys both need and like appreciate from each other at the end of the day.
If they get mad at you for like expressing like what you need out of a relationship, please don't be with them, because they are only thinking about themselves.
Yeah. See, I would never fight over a man. If I have to fight over you, you are not my man.
Literally, you're for the streets. You're like, everybody's man.
Have him, babe. Have him.
Certain shit, like, I be feeling like the IG baddies or whatever, like having your man unfollow them, like, you, like, I get it because it's like, fuck, like, I'm looking at them like, damn, like, this bitch is better than me, like, you know. But also, don't think like that, because no one is ever like above you.
I get it, and I don't get it with the IG models, because like, girl, you know he doesn't have a chance in the first
Exactly,
place.
he never fucking has a chance.
Yeah.
Like,
but also seeing your boyfriend and 500 others have liked this naked girl's post,
that's infuriating.
Yeah,
it's
fuck. Embarrassing. It's like, come on. Like,
bro,
do
fuck.
better. Like, if you're gonna follow her, look and don't like the pictures, because if I see like liked by my boyfriend, liked by my boyfriend, liked by my boyfriend, like, damn, make a fan page at this point. Like, are
you in love
fan?
with her or me?
Are you a fan? And like, call that insecure, but like, it's just embarrassing seeing like your boyfriend's name or your girlfriend's name and like another bitch's likes. As someone in a relationship, there's definitely boundaries and what you should and shouldn't be engaging with. What I used to do is every time I would feel the urge to check my ex's Instagram, I would go do 20 squats, and I'm so dead ass. I'm literally so serious, like a punishment. Like, bitch, what are you doing? And if I did check their Instagram, 40 squats, because do better. Do better.
But I would say, like, for self-love in general, start by doing like small things, like how Verena, you said that like you like getting your nails done, that makes you feel like you're, you know, that, like, small things like that, like whether physically or mentally, doing stuff like that can definitely bring you just a tiniest bit of happiness. And that's like, you know, the first step for me. Like, when I'm in a like a bad headspace, sometimes I like to like clean up my room, because your room is also a reflection, like how people say like depression rooms and stuff like that.
Your
like,
room is your sanctuary.
You would want somewhere you're staying to be like the cleanest, you know. You just get put in an overall better mood when stuff isn't cluttered. So just in like a general aspect of like loving yourself and stuff, don't compare yourself, whether that be physically or mentally or like wherever you're at in life, because at the end of the day, your time is gonna come, whether it's like
Exactly.
now or 5 years from now. You're gonna get there. So,
and as corny as this sounds, there's only one of your friend and there's only one of you. You guys will never be comparable because you can't compare two different things. You guys are on different timelines. All right, y'all, we're gonna go finish my nails. I'll show you the final product when it's done. Everyone say thank you, Deja, for the advice.
bye guys. I hope y'all, you know, listen to it, and I hope what we said makes sense, because you know,
I feel like we just like kept going, but we made some valid points.
yes, love yourself, choose yourself every day.
Guys, look how pretty. I love them. This is like, I never do anything like this. Like, I always get some bold dramatic shit, but these are so
dainty.
like dainty and princessy and cute. I feel so pretty and cute. This is what I mean by do self-care. Do things that make you feel nice, because I'm like so giggly and hee-hee now.
Now you're just like,
yeah,
people touching them.
be gentle with me, please.
please be kind.
Follow her on Instagram and hype her up. All her work is so fire. And book with her if you're in LA.
Too sweet.
Alright guys, so I just got home. Ooh, did you guys hear my knuckles crack? That was crazy. Why is lighting so ass? I really enjoyed today's video and I want to do more like these, so make sure to follow my Instagram, because I'll always be posting like prompts to be like, hey guys, today's video is going to be about blah blah blah, ask me questions. I really enjoy actually like talking about real shit with you guys and like figuring things out together, because by all means, my no expert, like I said, like I'm still figuring this shit out with you, you know. So are you going to say sorry for embarrassing me in front of everybody? No, that's a no. But yeah, I hope you guys liked today's video. I know I had a lot of fun making it actually, and let me know if you want the devil cat back in more videos. Ow! God damn.